Hi, today we talked to Olga Andrienko about voice search and what it means for the future of your content as well as search. Now, you mentioned organic search, and I know I don't know if it was a recent video, but it was a video you talked about with verbal search. How much are you seeing any data or are you pulling in any data that shows how many organic searches are based on verbal search versus, other types of search?
We cannot uh, um, well, we haven't measured the percentage
Mhm.
because even Google tools are not really giving this
Right.
information. What Google says that every fifth search on mobile device is done with voice,
Mhm.
that I really believe in. So 20% counts for the voice search. Um, and then also the number of digital devices or digital assistants that's being bought, it's just growing. But I think what's important to understand is that if people buy Alexa, then they're not buying it for search reasons, they're buying it for commands. So
Mhm.
Alexa, turn on the lights, turn on the music.
Mhm.
And then for Google, the only device that is designed to to answer search queries and then voice search, that's Google devices. We checked in voice search study. We checked Google devices. We also check Android obviously as well.
Mhm.
We checked Siri. And we checked the new Apple digital assistant and um, yeah, so we checked around 7 different ones, and also Google Hub, the new one. So, for example, Google devices, they give an answer that is 840 words on average, 40, 42.
Right.
Um, Apple device is 13 words on average, and Alexa is 17. And then the percentage of Alexa and then Apple device answering that they don't understand or they cannot answer the query is just outstanding. But they're not designed to serve, the voice search. So the
Mhm.
only device that really take good care of the answers, they're Google devices.
Right. Right. I mean, because it's interesting too, because if you look at how some of those voice searches and what people actually search for, when they're using voice commands, it's very different than what you would actually type in a search engine. And how much do you see that really playing into, we talked about content generation. How much do you really see that playing into content generation? Because, you know, people when they're speaking, doing a voice search, it's completely different than what you would type, and I think we've seen, some stuff out there that shows, the content should be slightly different, but how do you feel about that?
I do agree that it's more conversational, and then it's just we how we speak and how we type. That's
Mhm.
a completely different story. What I would say is when you focus on educational content, not actually the converting one, but just when you serve your audience as an authority, and then you just help them with a generic informational query. That's where the voice search becomes really, really important, and also just Google search, because Google search pushes the featured snippets, and people also ask elements. So those are the
Mhm.
first two elements in the SERPs. Um, and those are often triggered by this how queries, or what is, or any educational or informational questions that the audience has. And also these are the primary two elements on the SERP that Google takes the voice answers from.
Gotcha.
So that really ties in with your top of the funnel content, where you would just write the educational piece
Mhm.
that would not that would attract more audience to your website, but not necessarily convert them instantly. So I would really suggest taking more time in optimizing this content,
Mhm.
because ultimately Google will give you more exposure. And also with the voice search, because that content has titles of like 5-7 words, and then up, well, so those are really, really, really long titles, and
Hmm.
then they exactly match the queries
Hmm.
that users are asking. And then the queries that have longer, well, that are longer and then have more words, have less search volume but higher conversion, well, click-through rate.
Right.
So people, well, you're likely to rank higher on those because the competition is lower, and then people are likely. So if the search volume is only 300 queries per month, but you rank on the first page, then you're definitely likely to get customers, or or users to your website.
Mhm.
Or if you focus on 2 words in a query, that's a really, really high search volume query, but you're not likely to rank anywhere near top
Right.
20 and just not getting anyone, absolutely no one.